Former U.S. President Donald Trump says that he will not oppose attempts to unseal the warrant behind Monday's search of his Florida estate. FBI agents executed a federal warrant and reportedly removed around a dozen boxes of documents from his Mar-a-Lago residence. Trump and his supporters labeled the FBI raid a witch hunt, accusing the FBI and Justice Department of politicizing law enforcement. At a press conference on Thursday, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland dismissed the accusations.
Let me address recent unfounded attacks on the professionalism of the FBI and Justice Department agents and prosecutors. I will not stand by silently when their integrity is unfairly attacked. The men and women of the FBI and the Justice Department are dedicated, patriotic public servants.
The Justice Department has not disclosed the reason behind the raid, but is believed to be part of an investigation into Trump's treatment of official documents after he left office. According to the Washington Post, some of the documents the FBI was searching for included highly sensitive papers related to nuclear weapons. If a federal court unseals the warrant, it would provide more detailed information about the raid.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump says he'll not oppose the release of a warrant which permitted FBI agents to search his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida. If unsealed, it would confirm the reason for Monday's raid, which is believed to be in connection to an investigation into whether Donald Trump removed classified or sensitive information from the White House. I want to bring in Natasha Lindstedt now, a professor at the Department of Government at the University of Essex in the UK. Natasha, what is the idea behind the unsealing of this warrant? Why did the Department of Justice make this request? What's the thinking here?
I mean, normally the Justice Department would keep this all very secretive and not want to reveal to everyone what was going on. But Trump had made it very public that his Mar-a-Lago home had been raided. And then by doing so, that provides room for the Department of Justice to explain why this was such a public concern. The other thing is that Trump has been really trying to delegitimize the investigation and the intelligence and security institutions altogether. He was claiming that they had planted evidence. And the Attorney General Merrick Garland was quick to point out that Trump's lawyers were actually present there. And so Garland is trying to assert the legitimacy of the FBI. This was approved by a judge, and they're trying to go against Trump's essentially lies that he's spewing to his followers, that this is some sort of witch hunt.
Natasha, the Washington Post is reporting, as I'm sure you'll have seen, that the documents that the FBI were looking for were in relation to nuclear weapons. These potentially could be very serious documents. We don't know, of course, at this stage, but what could the ramifications be for Donald Trump from this investigation?
Well, that's one of the things that's unknown is where this could lead. The fact that he has refused to return these highly important, highly secretive, and more classified than you can possibly think of documents possibly relating to nuclear weapons. Even though the National Records Team and the Department of Justice had repeatedly asked him to do so and had even used much less intrusive means of doing so. There's unknowns as to where that could lead to. There was some suggestion at one point that some of these documents could be related to the January 6th insurrection, and that could be used as evidence against him eventually.
It appears that the Attorney General is trying to set out a case that is as transparent as possible. But I just wonder here if America being as divided as it apparently is right now, that actually whether the unsealing of this warrant could actually further inflame tensions.
It will further inflame tensions, but as Merrick Garland made very clear, no one is above the law. The behavior that he has exerted and engaged in, no one else would be able to get away with this type of behavior. And it's really critical that the Justice Department sets a tone that no one can get away with things just because you're Donald Trump and you have this huge following that might end up being violent. So I think they're really trying to uphold the rule of law in this instance.